Hey guys, Carl Toby here. Just wanted to do a quick video tonight to show off some of the the haul that I got from my local card show on Sunday. I went there to pick up some supplies and I had an intention of, rummaging through the boxes and trying to find some Mets. There was a vintage dealer there who was having a 50% off sale, which is where I got most of these cards from. And then there's a few at the end that I'll show that I bought from actually a friend of mine whose son is really into collecting, and he was sitting he actually got a table with his son, and so his son could sell cards and buy cards and do trades and stuff like that. So which I thought was actually pretty cool. So I bought a few cards from him just to kind of help him out a little bit. But so first I wanted to thank everybody who's subscribed recently, and tell all you guys that I really appreciate all the support that I've gotten, all the comments and the views and the likes for the videos. I'm glad you guys are liking the content. I'm trying to get more creative with the videos, hopefully sometime soon, with maybe doing a little intro, and adding some things here and there, graphics, whatnot. But that's taken me some time to learn a little bit of that stuff. But in any event, again, I appreciate you guys, tuning in and watching the content. It makes me obviously want to make more videos. So, thanks again. But so let's get right to it. So first were these 1967 cards. All these are priced what he was selling them, and then it was 50% off. So there's a Jack Hamilton. There's a Jack Hamilton. So Larry Elliott. So the condition of these cards is actually pretty good. That one's got pretty decent, centering and corners. This corner's a little soft. The edges are good though. There's no marks on the back. There's a little bit of fading on the back, but by and large, it's a pretty nice card for 50 cents. Larry Elliott for 75 cents. And again, soft corners. Centering's a little off on this, top to bottom, but decent card. And this was one of my favorites for $2. Cleon Jones, Gold Cup card, and off-center, left to right, and definitely a little soft corners. But for $1, could not pass that card up. Not for the PC, absolutely not at all. And then this is another favorite of mine. It's a Jerry Grote card. It's actually, again, a little off-center, top to bottom. Corner's pretty nice. Jerry Grote, one of my favorite Mets. So, when I was a kid, first starting Little League, I was a catcher. So he was one of my favorite players, followed by John Stearns. But nice card. So now I believe these are 69s. That's correct, so 69s. Now, I'll show this one first. This is Dan Frisella. Corners definitely dinged up top. You can kind of see it. And the other corners are kind of soft, off center, left to right. But again, decent coloring and not bad for $2. Some of these I might have overpaid a little bit for. But again, I didn't mind. The guy that I was buying them from was really nice. I actually found out he went to the same college as I did, graduated 10 years earlier than I did. He lived in the same dorm as I did, so that was kind of cool. We connected a little bit, and it was definitely cool to talk to for a while as I was rummaging through the boxes. This particular card, this Bob Henley card, so $4. It's really a common in worst condition. I would say it's probably not even worth $1. But I mean, look at these corners for this card from 1969. This is, it really, in my eyes, doesn't get much better than this. And the centering is actually really good too. I'm actually contemplating sending this one in for grading, just to see what it'll get. Don't have any, expectation that it'll get a 10, especially since it is maybe kind of a tiny bit off-centered, top to bottom. But nonetheless, that's probably one of the more perfect in 1969s that I've seen. So next is 1970s, or 1970. Seaver wins the opener. So this one was $15, but it actually says $7.50. It's probably, I don't know, like $5-6 card maybe. The corners are pretty nice. It's a little off-centered, but anything with Tom Seaver, I'm buying. So now we get to the 71s. We got a Gil Hodges, Dan Frizella, Ray Sadecki, with a crease and a kind of ding up in that corner. So that was only 25 cents. Jim McAndrew for $1.75, and Bob Aspromonte for $1.25. So you know, these cards are really hard to get in any kind of decent condition because of the black border, but you know, for the prices, couldn't turn them down. Now we get to the 72s. Again, here's a Tom Seaver, $15, so I only paid $7.50 for it. Definitely has some corner wear, slightly off-centered, but still I think a nice specimen of a card for a 71. And since it's Tom Seaver, I couldn't resist, I had to buy it. Then we got a Gary Gentry for 50 cents. We got a Duffy Dyer for 50 cents. A Cleon Jones for 50 cents. So again, not gonna turn that down. Cleon Jones in action for 75 cents. A Bud Harrelson in action. And a Mike Jorgensen for 30 cents. So again, at those prices, you know, wouldn't turn them away. So we get into some 1975s. I have some 75s that I collected. They were the first cards that I ever pulled out of packs, and I didn't keep them nearly as nice as these. These are probably going to be the best 75s that I have in my collection. So there's a John Matlack for 50 cents, a Bob Gallagher for $0.25, a Bud Harrelson for 50 cents, and a Felix Millan for 50 cents. So again, those prices and in this condition, never going to turn those away. So the one card that I'm hiding here is this kind of, it was an unexpected buy. I was going in looking for Mets, but what I ended up doing when I saw this card was I just couldn't turn it down. So this is the National League 1966 RBI leaders cards. This is a 1967 card. This is my first Bob Clemente card that I own. Also Hank Aaron vintage card. And of course it has a guy by the name of Richie Allen on the card as well, who was no slouch of a hitter. You know, not a Hall of Famer, but I mean, if you look at his batting averages and, you know, some of his power numbers, you know, he was an excellent hitter over the course of his career. So the card to me is in, I mean, just fantastic condition. There's a ding down in that corner, but centering is pretty good. And I figured for $5, I just, you know, I couldn't pass it up. And then these are the cards that I got from my friend's son. So this is a Mike Piazza Never Compromise Stadium Club card. So $3. A 2019 Seal of Approval from Panini Certified, Saquon Barkley. A Michael Strahan Relic card for my Giants PC. And this is from Luminance. And then a Evan Ingram rated rookie from Donruss Optic. So you can see my reflection there. But so, you know, I just wanted to help my friend's kid out. And I think I did that. So I did my good deed for the day there. He cut me a little bit of a break on the cards, but the vintage was really the key for me. You know, I went in expecting to add cards to my Mets PC collection. I did just that. It was, you know, I think it was around $40 that I spent for all of these cards, all of the vintage cards. So it's like 20 something cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 24. So 24 cards. So a little less than $2 a card. Not bad. Can't complain. You know, a lot of commons, obviously, but I got the Seavers, and I got the Cleon Jones, which I like. I got the Bud Harrelsons, the John Matlack, and of course, the Bob Clemente, Hank Aaron, and Richie Allen card. So that's it for tonight, guys. Hope you enjoyed taking a look at those pickups that I had, and I will see you guys soon.